with the needs. You cannot love someone if you are not dedicated to meet their needs. We are going to carefully see the law of marriage that we looked at last week. The law of marriage is the selfless covenantal relationship with Christ for the marriage of the Lamb. That is the law of marriage. Now, what is a law? A law is a fixed, unchangeable principle by which things operate. Okay? That is a law. It regulates functioning of anything. So for marriage to function, you have to function by law, and that law is every spouse. The husband must have a loving covenantal relationship with Christ for the marriage of the Lamb, where the husband daily allow Christ to cleanse him from every defect, from every wrinkle, every blemishes, and every single spot. And a wife doing the same thing. So when you have a husband fully committed to Christ and a wife fully committed to Christ in that loving relationship, guess what? Indeed, Christ becomes the center of that marriage. It is the only way marriage can function. Now, when both have that selfless life, then they will delight to do something. They will delight to meet the need. So we are going to connect need with law. And need and law are so inseparable. There's no way you can separate the need and the law. Let's take an example. Let's take the physical law. For me to live physically, I have to breathe. I have to eat. I have to drink. I have to move, at least. Now, next question is, what do I need to live? I need breath. I need to breathe. I need to eat. I need to drink. I need to move. So my needs and the law of my life are very the same. So I'm trying to say that you can't, because remember we said that the law regulates proper functioning. See that? And when you are you can only function when your needs are met. So in the selfless marriage life, husband is committed to meet the need of the wife. That means husband must study the general need of woman and specifically the need of your wife. If you are in a real Christian life marriage, a real kind of a life that honor God in a Christian marriage, you will definitely need to study the need of your spouse. And a wife should take a time and also study the need of your husband. Only then we can talk about love. Now, look in the Bible says that God loved the world, that he gave us Christ. Think about it. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Why God gave us Christ? Because that was what we need. We need salvation. We need a person that will bring us the principle of the life of Christ, that we can follow his example and become obedient by divine power. So true love is dedicated and delight to meet the need of this other person, that the person can function and fulfill purpose. If you remove this, sorry, nothing left. You have absolutely nothing left. So we are going to be doing something. We are going to look at the need of women, what women need, and the need of men. Then, from the self relationship each spouse has with Christ, they will delight to meet these needs. This is where we are missing out so much. People say they love each other, and they are very honest about it. But they just don't know how to meet that other person, so the other person will really feel and experience the love from the spouse. Most of the time, it's just about ignorance, unfortunately. So we are going to open up a little bit, of course, in order. We're going to write down the needs. What a Christian wife need from the husband. So Sister Rhonda, open up the line and people will speak. Please, you will speak only if your name is called. Okay, so may we do that so we can keep order and discipline in what we are doing. So only Sister Rhonda, call your name, then and only then you can speak, please. If you have
Okay.
a background that is noisy, try to manage. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you want to answer the question, you may raise your hand or just simply unmute your mic. The question is, Pastor, can you repeat the question, please?
The question is, what are the need of Christian wife? Let's go. Uh, you have a majority of people on this line are women, though. You should tell me your need.
I can't seem to raise my hand, but can I say it?
Yeah, go
Yes, go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. The need for women is love and someone to listen to them and someone who cares, not only even when it's hard or not the easiest thing to do, to still stick it out. And a man of God, the man that loves God first.
It's a whole lot of stuff. Why don't you go one by one? It's too compacted. Break it down a little bit.
Okay, a man of God. So if the man loves God, then he will love us, his wife,
Yeah.
or for those who want to have.
So
Um,
that is wonderful. That is
yes,
the real first thing a woman needs. You need a man that is committed to Christ and you. A man that is committed in a loving relationship with Christ. Because that man is transformed daily. That man have a discernment to discern his weaknesses, and he is growing. That man is humble enough to acknowledge his wrong and correct him. That man is sensitive to anything he has done that hurt you and willing to change it very quickly. This is the first real thing you need. That man, you don't need to worry if he's going to be for the community. When he travel, you don't need to worry that he might be sleeping around because he had a fear of God. That man will be responsible with the finances. The fear of God, that is number one thing, not just a random fear of God. A fear of God that leads to commitment to God, commitment to Christ in a loving relationship with Christ. That is the first thing you need from your husband. And from there, you have a man that will be growing daily. A man that will allow Christ to let his defect, his spot, wrinkle, blemishes to be cleansed out daily. A man that is in a loving relationship with Christ is a man that is stable. It's a man that is led by the Holy Spirit. It's a man that's strong because he's one with Christ. This is the first thing you need. Because that man cannot abuse you. That man will be patient. That man will always pray for you and intercede for you. That man cannot be lazy. That man will not be bringing any kind of trouble around you. That man is responsible and respectful. It's the first thing, the main thing you need. Hello? Anyone disagree? I would like somebody to disagree a little bit. Huh? All right, so the first thing is, the first thing a woman need, a Christian wife need is a husband that is in a covenantal loving relationship with Christ for the marriage of the Lamb. That's what you need. Okay, number two, what is the second need of a Christian wife?
Oh, it was love and someone to listen to.
Let's go one by one. What is love? What do you mean by love? I just want to understand you. I want to make sure that I get you correctly.
I guess somebody who's selfless, in a sense, where they don't only look for their needs, but the needs of the wife. So if she needs a listening ear, that person will listen.
Why?
If sh-
Why women need to be listened to?
Because we need to be heard and
Why women,
nurtured.
why women need to be heard?
Well, maybe
Oh.
somebody else can answer.
No, you continue. Nothing wrong with it.
Well, to be heard makes you feel loved and cared for, and that somebody cares to listen.
I know, but why women need to be heard? Anyone else? It's okay. Somebody help you. Why women need so much to be heard?
Sister Naomi, you can go ahead. I see your hand up. Okay, anyone else can answer?
Maybe because we weren't heard when we were younger, or maybe we're not normally the voice. Um,
So that
Let
their
me,
needs can be met,
let me
whatever.
make it easy for you. God made women in a very different way. And your brain work differently than man's brain. Woman brain goes in everything at the same time. And they express, there is so much going on in their mind to the point where they have to empty that thing out a little bit. Every man, every honest man can tell you, woman or wife talk way more than husband. It is in the way you are built. Woman can be taking care of a child or children. She can have one sucking breast. She can be fixing a meal for the other one. She can be on the phone talking. She can be managing other stuff. She can do 4 or 5 things at the same time. Man, we don't do like that. We are built to lead and focus on one thing. It is part of a woman's nature and the way her brain functions, constantly boiling. The woman is talking to you at the same time she's thinking about her kitchen, the food for tomorrow. She didn't shop yet. A lot of stuff going on. So she gotta be expressing it. Unfortunately, men don't understand. A lot of us, men, we don't understand that. So we get very much annoyed because we are ignorant about a lot of things about your nature. It is very important. Women want to share her day. She want to say what happened today, everything. She want to share, she want to share, she want to share. Then we are not like that. We share very little. We process things. We look at all the things that are not necessary, we leave it out. Woman goes in details because God made them that way. It is difficult for a man to understand it. And some of us, we don't even know it. So we just look at a wife as another man. We're just different a little bit. So it is very important that we understand, especially the man, understand that your wife need to be heard. Even if it does not make sense to you, sometimes she just want to talk. That how she feel okay, she feel liberated. She feel like she's fellowshipping, she's exchanging with you. Now we have a problem. Men need to be quiet a whole lot of time. We're gonna come to that in a few minutes. Men need a whole lot of quiet time to think, to plan, to lead, to give directions. He need focus. So he will not be talking that much. Now women don't understand that either. Oh, my husband is always silent. Oh, he always ignoring me. Oh, he's not communicating at all. But the same man, when he get with his friend, he laugh, he talk, he like, wait, this man can talk? Yes. He talk about things that excite him a little bit and for a short time. So there's a lot of stuff that we do not take a time to pay attention to, and it's hurting us very bad. So women, you need to know that you need a man that understands your nature. And of course, in everything, be temperate. And these things can be learned. And when a man understands these things, sometimes you're not interested in what you're saying, but he has to participate. Just because he understands that you need to express yourself, you need to be heard because that's how you feel communicating, interacting, connecting to your spouse. So a lot of stuff you want to say that we are not interested in. If a man understands that women need to talk, he's going to listen. And slowly, when a woman also understands that your man need a whole lot of quiet time, you're going to leave him alone when he need to be quiet. It's a woman don't understand it either. Some women believe that man is like another woman. No, we're not. Especially when we say something and you're going to use it to make a whole lot of story, then we're not talking to you that much. A lot of sisters don't understand that. My husband don't talk that much. The same husband go out to his workplace, you will see he laugh with everybody. He's a fan of everyone. He express himself. Why? Nobody gonna use what he says against him. Women are hearing me? You can turn a very, a very communicative man into a mute. Anytime he realizes that when he talks, you're gonna use whatever he says, he's gonna stop talking. So these are things about our nature that we must know and know it very well. Otherwise, we're going to be hurting each other very badly. And it is so crucial to understand very much. And when a man starts understanding this, when a wife comes back from work, he say, hey, honey, how was your day? How was this? And the wife was like, wow, he's interested in how my day was. And she feel like, my husband is so interested in me. No, your husband just understand how you function. And he is, yes, he is want to be a good husband. But an ignorant husband, you come back from work, he doesn't want to know nothing about what happened. And when you try to talk to him, he's so into something else. He want to be quiet. He want his quiet time. And if this keep going on, distance coming soon. And now sometimes women don't regulate their emotion, then they get angry about it. Instead of getting angry, educate the man. Amen? So women talk more because God made their brain differently to occupy other stuff. And then their hormones, and so there's so much that they gotta be emptying a little bit of it. That is the main reason for women talk more than men. All right, so women need to be heard and to be listened to. Next one. What Christian wife need from the husband? We don't have a whole lot of time.
Foreplay. Foreplay.
Foreplay for what? We are
Well,
all good.
I guess
We
at the end of the
all
day, everything comes down to connectivity. So if the husband listens and the wife feel connected, um, it's not just a routine. The wife feels romance. The wife feels loved and cared for and listened to. Then, for those who are married, then foreplay, um, all of those is foreplay for a woman. That means at that time, at the end of the day, then that part will come in smoothly for a woman because they won't just feel like the
Wait,
person who wash, cook,
wait.
clean.
Once again, we are grown people on this one,
Okay.
and we do not use code language, please.
Okay.
Anybody,
Well,
if
I
you
didn't
have, if
know
you
who's
have a
listening.
children, please, anybody have a children in the background, let them go. Okay? I want everybody to, because this is why we are suffering. We cannot fully express ourselves. It is very dangerous. So if you're talking about foreplay, make it so clear what you want to talk about. You want to say
Okay.
foreplay before sex, say it. It's not sin.
Okay. So for those who are married, foreplay before sex is everything that we described before. So if the woman feels connected, loved, cared for, and listened to, then that's foreplay to sex.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. So you need a foreplay. Why? Why women need foreplay before sex?
To have that connection, that connectivity is important
Yes.
to women.
Why women need foreplay?
Kind of like
It
women
teaches
love language is time and attention. So that's why women need foreplay. And because, like you said, we're designed like that.
So these languages be so clear. Women need foreplay because women are not aroused like men. Full stop, just like that. Men, the very moment we are stimulated by just seeing or hearing, in less than a second, woman can be aroused, a man can be aroused, just like that. But for women, it's not like that. So biologically, physiologically, women are not aroused like a man. That's why women need more foreplay. That is very, very important for the man to understand that based on the way woman is built, she needed the foreplay to arouse her organs, to wake up her whole reproductive system. But man is not like that. Man is 1, 2, 3, just like that. Not even 1, 2, 3, maybe one, and that's it. So this requires a simple understanding of how we are designed. It's a simple biology, just to say that. So now men and the women need to educate each other much more and go much more in details. So a man need to understand that. Now, we have a lot of problem in marriages because a lot of men don't know how to bring their wife to desire sex. And a lot of sisters also do not understand that they have to educate their men to bring them about. Then, guess what? We suffer from it, unfortunately. So a lot of men are ignorant, and the very moment they feel sexual need, they think the wife feels sexual need too. And they want to be quick into it. So you might end up maybe hurting your wife very badly. So a man needs to understand that you are going to bring her up slowly until she is also into it. And that requires patience. So many men don't pay attention to it, and slowly, guess what? They're making their wife start hating sexual activity, sexual intercourse, because the weight is down. It's painful, it's hurtful, selfish. Slowly she losing interest for it. And that's going to affect almost everything else. Because the men do not study and understand that women by design need enough foreplay. They need a day that is full of affection. So if you are abusing your wife verbally, however to saying whatever you want, until now in the evening, you change your tone, you become very nice. It's very irritating to your wife. She feel like, wait, I'm only good when you need me, you see? And it become a problem slowly, gonna create distance. So this should be properly taught. And not necessarily just for sex, but for proper functioning. So next one, what else Christian wife need from the husband? Anyone? Maybe you might not like to say it. I would say a very good orgasm, maybe multiple orgasm. Yes. It's very healing to your body, to your mind, to your emotions. Every husband should take a time and study how to bring your wife to a very normal, without any perversion, without sexual perversion, bring her to orgasm, full orgasm, sometimes multiple orgasm. It is a need so that she can function properly. She can feel fulfilled. And a lot of men don't take the time to study how to make their wife fully, bring them to full orgasm. Because we are not taught, because we can't talk about sex in church. Unfortunately, we are full of kind of hypocrite. I'm sorry to say that, but this is a fact. And we are hurted very badly. We can talk about. I talk about anything. Anything, as long as edifying, I talk about it. Because we are destroying ourselves by playing hypocrite. It's not good. It should be taught, even before marriage, in the proper counseling. When I do marriage counseling, I ask a man, I say, you got to study fully women reproductive anatomy and physiology. You got to know how women function. You got to go to read. I'm sorry, you got to. You gotta understand the anatomy of the breast, the anatomy of clitoris, everything. You're not going there playing ignorant because it's not going to be pleasant. It's going to be very offensive, frustrating. It's not good for Christian home. So women need sexual satisfaction from the husband. Sexual satisfaction and fulfillment, okay? Without perversion. And nowadays, it's become very challenging. So especially with the new generation, when people are used to every machine, vibrator, or other machine. Now the young men need to compete with a machine. So we have a serious damage right there. If a girl is used to be satisfied with machine, brother, you're gonna suffer with that woman because you just know you're going to do what machine can do. We are in serious trouble that God can heal and restore. All right, what else woman, Christian wife need from the husband? Anyone?
Okay, Pastor, please, I just wanted to add that a woman still needs to have a covenantal relationship with Christ. She too needs to be God-fearing, just like the husband needs to be God-fearing.
No,
I
you
wouldn't
missed
know
it.
if that's
We're not
fine.
there yet, sister. We're talking about what a Christian woman need from the husband. You understand? It's what she need from the husband.
Emotional support.
Yeah. And that need to be very much explained in details. Because a lot of men, we look at women as another man, where she's going through different things. Imagine a sister is going through some serious challenge with menopause, hot flashes, ups and downs, and the men don't know that much about menopause. And then they're in winter time. It's freezing, very cold. The man is cold. At the same time, the sister saying that she's feeling hot. If this man doesn't like don't have the basic education about women menopause and that the hot flashes is real thing, what do we think she would think about the wife? Anyone tell me? Huh?
That
Hello?
she's crazy.
Yeah. The men were like, something wrong with this man, something wrong with this woman. She might lose something. And who can be cold? Who can be hot in this cold weather? But she's hot. You are the one that's ignorant about her nature, her reality. That is the reality of the difficulty of marriage. Ignorance. Sometimes willful ignorance. Not only the hot flashes, she can have a vaginal dryness. She can be very dry. Okay. She can have a serious swing of mood. There's a whole lot of things that can be happening. If a husband never read anything about menopause, haven't no knowledge about menopause, like he is lost. And let's say a sister, the wife is 50 or 51, having menopause. And her husband is maybe, let's say, 47, vibrant, strong. And he's like, yeah, I'm ready all the time. Woman's like, I'm going through menopause. Things are very hard. Like, what do you mean? Sit down and learn, brother. That's all it takes. Otherwise, you're going to feel like she's crazy, but she's not. She's going through a real deal. Especially if there's no proper control of diet, and she's eating all of this flesh meat with a lot of hormone in these animals, oh, it's gonna be chaotic, like horror. And the man will feel like, I don't know what's wrong with my wife. I'm not understanding anything. Yes, because you didn't learn anything. So it's very important that when a husband understands it, then he brings emotional support. You say, okay, what can you use? What are the herbs you can use? What are the supplement I can provide for you? And she feel now the woman understand, oh, my husband loves me so much. I'm going through all of these hot flashes. Everything is buying a supplement for me. It's making herbal tea to balance my hormone. And she like, wow. And when the friend listens to them, your husband does all of that? Yes. And she's like, wow, he loves you so much. No, he's just educated and willing. That's it. We get it? So we are dealing with serious ignorance and it's hurting very badly. And that husband understand the wife that might be going through some serious dryness. They might choose maybe some natural lubricants. He will be very careful in the whole process. And she feel like, wow, he understands me so much. But the ignorant husband, no, I have no idea. My sister feel violated. And then if you go on 1, 2, 3 times like that, she gonna be like, I am not in the mood. I have no desire. And her husband start complaining. And if that man is not strong enough, he's gonna start going out, start sleeping around, just like that. Something that can be solved by simple education and willingness. That's it. So there is a necessity of studying the need of the spouse, the necessity of communication, of education. So what else a woman need from the husband? There is something very important nobody's mentioning. Wife, you need a leadership from your husband. A man that can lead. I'm not saying a man that can pull you. I'm not talking about pulling. No. Leading. When you are leading, you are following a way that is already made. By example, by following the way Christ has already traced before you. A man that lead by divine design. A man that lead by the fear of God. You want a man that you can turn to and then he pull wisdom from God. Now, when you bring your concern, you worry about something, he will say, let's go to the God, or let's go to God with this. Let's go in prayer and fasting. You want a man like that. You don't want a man when you come with some problem, honey, what do you think about this issue? He is quiet and then asks you right back, what do you think? Sometimes happen to a man like that. Why? Some of us, we don't have a chance to live with our father to see how leadership is done in the home. Some men just never been exposed to how men lead. Some men are raised by a single mother. So all they know is how women function. They don't know how men operate. Unfortunately, it's real. So every man should take some seminar on a man leadership, man priesthood. Otherwise, your house is going to be in chaos. Leadership is a whole lot of stuff to learn. You lead people by themselves. Yes. By education and leading to agreed. That's how God leads us. God said, come, let us reason, let us do things. He doesn't force himself on us. He teaches all his ways and empower us to obey. So you want a man that lead like Christ led the disciple, like Christ lead his church. So you need leadership. It's in this new generation, They are taught that men and women are equal. You don't need to listen to no man. I have a suggestion for your sister. If you don't believe in men leadership, leave alone. Why? If a man cannot lead you, he cannot play the role of a man in his life. In your life, sorry. Men and women are not equal. Hello? It's a little bit uncomfortable. Men and women are not equal. They are different and designed to be one, to be complementary. There is a devil that is bringing these equality things because people now need to fight for equality. Whatever you need to fight for is not from God. Whatever that requires selfish self-defense, anything, you should know it's never been from God. It's designed to divide. So you want a man that will lead God away. So he's not really leading, he's just following what God says. That's how he will be able to guide the children to educate God way, to do everything that way. You want a man that can lead. Very, very important. Leadership requires vision. What the vision the husband have for the household, for the health of the family, the finance of the family in the next 5 years, 10 years, the vision for the spiritual life for the household. These are the serious things about men leadership. The man priesthood. We don't have a seminars on man priesthood. Maybe this year, I don't know, Sister Rhoda, let me know, we can create something specially, at least few sections just for that. Men are called to play a lot of role that they are not prepared for. So, sister, you need a leadership from your husband. Okay, you need a manly, godly leadership. All right, next one. What else a Christian wife need from the husband? Anyone else? Anything else? Where are the sisters? What do you need from the husband?
Protection.
Protection. This is very important. Protection. Protection from what?
From danger of all kinds.
Protection. 100% in everything. Protection. Next one is provision. Normally, men need about 7 years to prepare for marriage. Yeah. 7 good years to prepare to play the role of a provider. And I usually recommend that young men need to work 7 years before they get married. Unless you have a better plan. You need at least 5 to 7 years. If possible, do 2 jobs. The first job, you take care of your little bills. The second job, fully invested. Straight 5 to 7 years. There was a reason why Jacob needed to work for 7 years to get one sister, another 7 years for another one. I have a very good reason for it. Men need foundation before they get married. And normally, in a proper setting, men should receive inheritance from grandfather and start building from there. Normal. That's what the Bible teaches. There's some doesn't come around like that. So the man, before you get married, you need to be settled, to be very much prepared to play the role of a provider. You need time, you need preparation, you need education, you need guidance to be a provider. It's hard, it's no joke. Because by yourself, you can take care of your little needs. You get married, become two people. By yourself, you might use to take a bus or train and Uber sometime. When you get married, you might need a car. And then you have car note, you have car insurance, you have car gasoline, a ticket, everything. A car can easily, you can spend easily $1,000 on a car every month. Something you were not doing when you were single, maybe. Then after a year, she give you one baby or sometime twin. So you went from one person to two and then to four. And before you know, maybe another baby come up. So you have three and then four. Then something happened to her mother or her father, they end up in your house. So if you have 3 children plus husband, wife, that's 5. If something happened where the father, the parent-in-law should come live with you, it goes to 7 people that you're gonna take care of. They must eat, they must function normally. You need a space for everybody. Before you know it, it can crush you. It takes a lot to play the role of a man. That's why a proper preparation is needed. Normally, our young people, we should be giving them enough seminar. Like the Jew prepare their young people very much for life. Since they are teenagers, they explain to them what is waiting for them. The responsibility of wife, father, children, everything, in-laws, everything. They are properly taught. While we just believe in Jesus. Be very happy and not prepare for life. So provision is a serious deal, especially in this economy. It's not easy. So husband needed to protect, need to provide. Okay, the wife need a protection from the husband, need a provision from the husband. Wife need a deep affection. Okay, deep affection. This is very, very important. It's something men should learn. Wife, educate your husband about this. Do you know when a woman spends the day doing a whole lot of stuff? He will cook, go to the market, up and down, take care of the children, talking about maybe stay home mom. It's more than a full-time job. And the man come home, he work hard all day. But he might come and just focus on himself because he's tired. Wrong. He should spend few minutes, even 5 minutes, just literal 5 minutes. Go hug your wife. Say thank for the food or what she has done. You just pass your hand on her shoulder or whatever for just 20 seconds. That's less than a minute, less than a minute. And she gonna release, her body will release oxytocin. And that will reduce all the stress of the day. And the husband must know that my wife needs that affection that she can daily be renewed. all the exhaustion, all the stress throughout the day is removed by a deep affection. Not necessarily sex, just a simple affection and a gratitude. She needs that so much to function, very much. That's why men should learn daily to express their affection to the wife. That how her whole system, her hormone, her body, her muscle, everything relax and then come back to normal for the next day. And this doesn't cost you a thing. You just need to know and to be willing. That's it. Where are the men on the line? They hearing me? So, is there anything a Christian wife need from the husband that I didn't touch? Otherwise, pull it out quickly before we switch. So, in a simple word, I will say, wife and husband sit down and learn about the need of the wife, then the need of the husband. It must be a matter of study. Somebody read for me 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7, please.
First Peter chapter 3, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
So man prayer can be hindered. Read the first part of the verse again. Everybody follow carefully, please.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Pause. Is the Bible is saying that men should dwell with the wife according to what? Knowledge. You must learn. A lot of men get married. They don't know when a woman can be pregnant. Hello, am I right? I don't know why people are so quiet today. What happened?
You're right, Pastor.
A lot of men get married. They don't know when a woman is going to be pregnant. They have a first child, second child, a third one like that. I don't want 3 children anymore. But you're the one doing it. You don't know when she have ovulation. You don't know anything. Sorry, you're going to have a whole lot of babies. In the name of ignorance. This should be taught at home, or at least during the marriage premarital counseling. Even some sisters don't really know too much about their own ovulation. And sometimes they know about ovulation, but they don't know that even 2 days before ovulation, you have said you're going to get pregnant because sperm can stay in you for 3 to 5 days. Mm-mm. If you're going to have ovulation in 2 days, you have sex today, you're going to be pregnant. So we just pray and try our best. Now, you learn or you suffer. The time should be known. And husband and wife must be very intentional when they want to have a kid. They know exactly when the pregnancy is possible. And at that moment, they're going to pray before they do intercourse. Yes. You don't just function and then, oh, I'm pregnant. What? No, you might have knowledge, but maybe you might have some accident. But I'm talking about when people are just ignorant. That's my problem. it's not a norm. Because sometimes you might have some changes in the menstrual cycle, then that can bring some unexpected pregnancy. Okay, happens. There should not be just that a man is ignorant about how woman body function, how woman period function when you have ovulation. Like, you should not be ignorant. Sorry. Hello, amen. What are the men? I hope you are not mad at me yet. You must know. It's very crucial. Now let's talk about the need of the husband. What the husband need from the wife. This should be faster because we learned from the previous one.
All right, men need respect, men need sex, and to be understood as well.
Mm. All right. Men need respect and men need sex. Okay, that's very upfront. That's correct, but let me make it easy for you. The first thing you need from a woman is a woman that is in a covenantal love relationship with Christ first. Otherwise, she will be very insensitive to your needs. Am I correct?
Perfectly right, sir.
So the first thing is you want a woman that is so committed to God that she cannot afford to see you suffer for anything because her heart is transformed, because she's in a loving relationship with Christ. So the first thing a man needs, a husband needs from the wife, is a wife that is in a covenantal loving relationship with Christ. And then that wife allow Christ to cleanse her every day from her defective character, from her pride, from her spot, rancor, blemishes. That woman will pay attention to your sexual need for sure. That woman will respect you not because you are a man, but because she fears God and because she loves Christ. So why many of us as a man, we miss the point. Just looking for
Amen.
beautiful, very good looking, all of that, but she doesn't care. She does not fear God. By the way, if somebody don't love God that had created them, someone who had no reverence for Christ, have no respect for God, how possible do you think that person can respect you? You didn't give her your
Possible.
life. It's impossible. And more than that, watch this. If a woman is not touched by the love of Christ, how Christ laid down everything, be crucified naked, if that doesn't touch that woman's heart, what do you think you can do to satisfy that, like that can please that woman? Like how much thing you can do to prove that woman that you love her? What? Nothing. You do everything, it means nothing to her. That's why many men are struggling. They're trying their best, but it's not enough. So if God cannot satisfy a heart, how much less you, a man? Does that make sense, all the men? So the most
Perfect sense.
important thing you need from a wife is not just about conversion, not just a superficial conversion we're talking about, not just about going to church. Oh, she's Adventist church going. Oh, she's a deacon. It means nothing until the individual, men or women, are committed to Christ for the marriage of the Lamb, and they allow Christ to transform their character daily. I'm sorry, that person cannot be a good spouse. It is impossible. It can work. It's going to be daily self-defense, daily my right, oh, my feeling, oh, this. It will never stop. Vice versa. If Christ cannot satisfy a man, there's nothing you're going to do that will satisfy that man. There are a lot of sisters struggling right now. She did everything. She did 2 jobs. She want to have to pay the bill, do this, do that, but the man just don't care. It's not because he doesn't care. He's not transformed. So if the love of God doesn't change a man's heart, there's nothing you're going to do as a sister that's going to touch that man. Nothing. Because you're so frustrated, you try everything, but people you should not marry a person that is not transformed. We're not talking about church goer. A lot of people go to church, but they are not converted. You must earnestly seek God to make sure the person you want to marry is converted and is committed to Christ. Otherwise, leave it alone. It won't work. You will be drained. You will be exhausted and sick, sometimes dead. So the first thing a husband needs from a wife is a wife that is in a loving relationship with Christ. Covenant relationship with Christ for the marriage of the Lord. She's so satisfied with the love of God. When you come home, she's singing, honey, what's making you so happy? I'm just thinking about how much Christ loved me and make my day. You want to have a wife like that in your house. A wife that's so happy because Christ loved her. A wife that have a great day because Christ loved her. Anybody here? That's what you want. You don't want a wife come home where she's mad because somebody boss knew something that she does not have and she's so full of jealousy because she can't have it. Sorry, trouble. No? So the first thing you need from your wife is her commitment to Christ in a covenantal relationship with Christ where Christ cleanses her daily. That's number one. Number two is respect. You need respect more than sex. And respect need to be understood. Does not mean that she say yes to everything you say. No. Respect means consideration in everything. Even when she goes wrong, she understands, she corrected, that's called respect. So it had to be understood. And some of the men, we don't understand it very well. We want a very woman that just obey blindly. That's not respect. No, that's not humility. She's subdued. You don't want somebody like that. You want a person that can tell you no when you're wrong, respectfully. You want a wife that can put you on your place when you're clearly going wrong. You say, honey, the way I see this thing, you're not following divine order. You are not being obedient to God. Yeah, you want a woman that can tell you, what you do is wrong. Let not your pride take it as a disrespect. No, it's not. So that's a real respect, actually. Respect your position that you should do better. You should seek God. You should do God's will. You should set up the example. You will do it with a tone that carry respect.
A good example is the way Abigail dealt with David.
And also, some of us as a man, we don't make it possible for the woman. You hear it? Some of us, not all the men, a lot of men are irresponsible financially. If you are a man that wastes money, I guarantee you're going to lose the respect of your wife. Because she's going to panic. She's very scared about the future of the children. Like, how are we going to have a future like this? If you have the money, you can blow it. If you cannot plan, you cannot manage, you cannot budget, where are we going? And then her emotion kicks in, and then blah, 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 blah. You're going to have it for all day. Most of the time, we trigger woman disrespect. We got to own this. If you want to be respected, carry yourself respectfully and respectable. Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Yeah. This is very important. Men, we must learn how to lead, how to correct our wives. There's a lot of stuff that command respect. If your husband likes to scream in the house like a little child, sorry, you're losing respect for him. Hello. When a situation happens, and your wife can see you calm, you let things finish, put children to bed, and you sit with her to reason with her. She gonna respect that. But when you storm up in the house, and she's like, oh, okay, marry a big baby, huh? There's a lot of stuff we do as a man that make us respect very badly. So yes, the wife must be respectful, and I will say we must make ourselves respectable. Sister Rhonda, that's a good word, right? Is correct? Ah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. You gotta be a person that you carry a reason to be respected. Very, very important. If you are poor in decision making, you're gonna make a decision, you don't tell your wife, they made decision, thing go really sour. They keep repeating, and she can't trust you, she can't respect you. And she's gonna start talking to you like, you made the decision last time, thing went wrong. This may you make the same decision again, and I can't deal with this. You act like a child. She's gonna tell you that straight like that because her emotions are already in it. Did you just call me a child? Yes, I did. Then what? Oh, now you feel disrespected. You caused most of it. So it takes a lot to play the role of man. So, man and a wife, please be aware the day you marry a man, I'm sorry, you sign the paper, you gotta respect the husband. Is he responsible or not? You still need to play your role as a faithful one while he is growing. So I'm not saying that because the man is not what he should be, then he deserves disrespect. No. I'm saying you must respect him. But he also needs to make it easier possible. Is that clear enough? So it does not negate. So your respect to your husband is not conditional to if he's responsible enough. No. As long as a husband, he must be respected. Why? He needs that to be able to function. When you start disrespecting your husband, I guarantee the children will disrespect him. You know what you just did? You mess up their future. Because the Bible says to the children, if they want to be blessed, they gotta obey and respect their parents. So as a woman, your husband might not be what you expect him to be. Then you start disrespecting him verbally, your action. He will say things to be done in the house, you go against it. You're gonna destroy the future of your children. Why? They have no true leadership figure in the house because you don't listen to your husband. Because you disrespect the husband all the time. And this can lead to your daughter divorce because she grew up seeing you disrespecting him and she thinks no. If she take that to marry another man and that man can't take it, gonna divorce. It's coming from you. That's how far reaching and far lasting is our behavior in our homes. It's a deep thing, serious stuff. So your man need respect to be able to function as a leader in the home. He need respect that he can operate as the leader. Can a man play the role of a leader if the wife cannot follow? Is that possible? Huh? Any sister, tell me, can a husband, your husband, play the role of a leader if you can follow his lead? Where are the sisters? Why they go quiet now? Unmute yourself and speak to me. Can your husband play a role of a leader if you will not follow his lead?
No, he cannot.
And then when your children don't have any example of leadership, When the boy grow up saying that the father is not a leader, so kind of leadership he gonna be playing in his house? No. Then when your daughter says that, oh, men are nothing, men should obey their wife, everything, she's gonna divorce. So it's a very profound stuff. So next thing is somebody say men need sex. Yes. By the way, I need to say this. Is it true that men want sex? Huh?
It's a need.
They need.
So women need to get it correctly. No men want any sex. Men need sex. Why? A woman tell me why your husband needs sex. Talk to me about biology and how God made a man. Why your husband needs sex. Huh? What happened to her tonight? I told people you to talk a whole lot on this line until we meet them. Sister Rhonda, what did you do to the people? Why men need sex?
Because that is how they are designed.
Yeah, but that's too general, sister. It's a good answer, though. I don't reject it. But let's go in a little bit detail. Why men?
May I say so? Because they feel desired when they get sex.
Yeah, that is good, but I want more. Why men need sex? So you say that they feel desire. Okay, that's good.
Is it because of the production of sperm and it needing
Okay.
to be moved out after a certain time? Mm.
You explain a little bit more.
Men need
Well, I
emotion.
mean,
No, let
Men,
her finish, please.
men need emotional
No,
connection.
let her finish and you come
Oh,
in, please.
sure.
well, I mean, I know it takes about 90 days for that process to occur.
Mhm.
I was just brainstorming.
Just brainstorming. Okay, that's a good brainstorm. Okay, go ahead,
That's
brother.
I was saying men need emotional connection with his wife, and sex is an avenue of building that.
Okay, that's good. All that you have said are good. I'm just gonna add a little bit to it.
Pastor, may I say something?
Yes, go
Isn't
ahead.
something about a 72 hours build up or something? I can't remember what it is, but it's something about a 72-hour thing with men and ejaculation or something. I can't quite remember the process.
You say a lot of something though. How can I really understand it?
Say it
Okay,
again.
all of that is biology and it's all correct. Okay. The way men body functions, men need sex. The main reason is for the role men play. Do we think it's easy to provide for the whole family? Huh?
No,
Provide for the wife, for the children, sometimes for the in-laws, all of that. Do you think it's easy?
no, sir.
No. Next, do you think it's easy to lead? Lead your wife, lead your children, lead. Do you think it's easy? And then education of the children, and this and that and that. There is so much on a man to do. Follow carefully. When a man has sex, he will release oxytocin and prolactin. These two combined reduce every single stress to normal. Because man is called to play a serious role that's stressful. And God made that body to cool down, to cool off by sex. That is one of the main reasons why men need sex. You're going to realize that when a man is healthy, after sex, he goes straight to sleep. After spending a whole day working, he come home, eat, do everything, and have sex, he will sleep like a child. Tomorrow morning, he have all energy, everything ready to work again, to do everything again. That's the reason why it's extremely dangerous for a wife not understanding this and denying your husband as much as you think. Or because you're angry, or you didn't get a gift you want, or because of this, or because it's too hot today, or it's too cold today. You're going to transform that man into a monster. He's going to end up hating you. Or you're going to start sleeping around. It should be understood that men have so much on their plate, and God designed their body to relax, their brain, their emotion to come back to norm when they have sex. Every man can tell you that it's very annoying. Our sexual desire is very annoying. Sometimes men wish we have no desire for you. Anybody hearing me? Yeah. Especially for a wife that like weekly will deny 2 or 3 times. Your husband wish he does not have no sexual desire and need to come to you. If you reach that point, your marriage is already messed up. It's wrong. That man cannot function. You know why? Let me tell you this. When a man is having a proper sexual satisfaction, his stress level is regulated. More than that, he want to play much more his role as a man. That man can take a second job very quickly, I promise you. He will take a second job because he feels as a man. And when he is struggling, trying to provide, sometimes things are not fully what it is. And then will be denied constantly, weekly. I guarantee you, even one job is too much for him. Because he feels like, I'm not even like a man in this house anymore. Slowly, he's losing interest for everything. He starts neglecting the children. Even just say he doesn't care anymore. A lot of women don't understand it. So, follow carefully, sister. You do not have a constant sexual desire like a man. So, what do? Both of you sit down and develop a way that I am not in the mood, but bring me into the mood. Both of you must develop something that make it happen in a way that she also get into it. She also finally have the sexual desire. They should not be black and white. I'm not in the mood. That's it. Close the door. Done. Okay, how you want him to function? You're gonna have a frustrated man. Now he's a Christian. He cannot go anywhere, do anything else. Then guess what? You have a frustrated man. He will be unproductive. I promise you. A man that is not satisfied at home, a man that is disrespected, I guarantee you he will be unproductive or underproductive. He will be producing less than he could. And that goes against you and the children. So am I saying that men, women will become like sex toy in the house? No. I don't say that. Men need to practice also temperance. Men need to educate themselves as well. But both of you must create an atmosphere where he does not feel rejected. Because I encourage sisters that if really you cannot, what about you help your husband? Say, oh, husband, what about we do in the morning? Don't make your husband feel rejected. Just don't do it. Or we propose something. They just don't touch me. Oh, I'm tired. None of these things. It should not be part of your marriage life. You should welcome your husband, even when you are not available, when it's not possible at all. Find a way to redirect his mind. And have him also be very willing that anytime that is really impossible for your wife to open up, you're willing to cooperate with that as well. Both of you must get to some full maturity about this stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be violating each other. You're going to be unproductive. You're going to be in a lot of poverty, a lot of suffering, a lot of misery. And a man is not productive enough, sorry, you're going to hurt the whole household. A lot of debt coming up because he's not motivated to produce more. So we are going to be in a lot of trouble. So it's very important. So it's really important that the wife study the need of the husband. The husband needs from a wife somebody that manage very well. This is very important. God made a woman to be able to manage the resources. If you want to try it, hey, I learned something. I'm going to give a testimony. Please, nobody's, just keep this for yourself. I remember it was a few years ago, getting married. So I went to shop. So my wife went to work, so I went to go shop a little bit groceries. And I went just buy things as usual. And then when she came, she's like, no, the thing you bought was too expensive. I'm like, the higher is in the market. She's like, no, you go to another market where it's much cheaper. I'm like, I will go to another market for $2. She said, yes. So one day I experienced something. I love okra soup, okay? When it's really made. And when my wife made that thing, oh Lord, it's great. So we buy the pound. I used to buy it by a pound. So it was a time where 1 pound is $5.99, almost $6 for 1 little pound. And she said I should go to farmer market and buy 16 pound. They have a whole case. Guess how much was 16 pound? $48. I was like, what? And then when I divide 48 by 16, I got 3. So when I bought it in a case, so 1 pound is $3. When I bought it in retail in the store, 1 pound is $6. And I'm like, what? So women manage very well. They know how to, women are wonderful beings. All you need, give them a little sperm. She will make you a whole baby, sometimes two, just like that. That's why you gotta be very careful the kind of word you give to your wife. If you insult her, you say one insulting word, she will give you maybe 100. Women multiply things. So you want women that are God-fearing, respectful, and good managing. Woman that is not spending time just wasted, just shopping for herself, shopping for the children. She said, no, let's think about the children education, how much we put away every month. If it's $100 a month, she's managing. She shop for the whole week. She buy things in bulk. She find a way to save a lot on the budget for food, for everything. It's extremely important. Even if you make a lot of money, both of you must come to that. So you want a woman that manage very well the resources. Next one, you want a woman that is very nurturing. The mother, you need nurturing from your wife. Sometimes some sisters don't have it, not because they are bad. There was a case, I think in 2012, it was two young people get married. One is Haitian, the other one from Jamaica. But the Jamaican sister grew up in a blend family where everybody's grown and everybody cook whatever they want to eat. So you grew up in a house where you make what you want to eat. We got married and she started doing that. In the morning, I'm talking about a true story happened right here in New York. In the morning, she made her breakfast and eat it and then wash the plate and that's it, go to work. The husband get up, come to if the wife made something he can eat. The wife is already gone to work. This was repeated for the whole week. And she's like, wait, when you make food in the morning, you don't leave anything for me. She's like, I don't know what you want to eat, so I just make my food and eat. When you need something, make it. Now Haitian, he grew up seeing that wife fix food for husband. It was a clash. The man said, look, I will never live like this. I'm divorcing. It was serious matter. Like, if I'm gonna live in the house where I will work so hard and come where I need to sleep, cook me food, all of that. No, I'm not marrying you. We got a divorce right over. Oh, it was so serious. And they called me in and I went and sit down with both couple. I realized that she's not a bad person. It's a habit that was in the home where everyone go in and out as they please. You make your food or you buy food from outside. It was like that. The other person grew up in a home where food is made for everybody. And the sister start crying, all of this. And it's okay. Are you willing? She said yes. Okay. She quickly learned some of the food to cook for the husband. And thank God they get it right. And they end up having 3 children later on. So most of the time, it's just about a lot of things we miss in life. Some of us are men, we don't learn leadership from our father. Sometimes we don't even have the father around. Same thing so the nurturing, some sisters don't have it. They don't see the father was not really there to see how the mother nurtured effort. So it is a lot of stuff. It's different. I grew up seeing my father table being set. My father, his food is set apart. His plate is nobody eating his plate. It's just different. Let's stay aware. I will not impose that anyway. But there is a special treatment. It's just different. For most of the time, my mother will make special food just for my father. It was something different. And as a boy, we're gonna grow up one day as a father, as a husband. It's like something you want to have. It is something, Like in a society where it's different. When that thing doesn't exist, things are different, things are a certain way. So the nurturing power of the whole thing is different. But the good news is anybody can learn. So may the men start learning, committed to learn the need of your wife. Wife, commit yourself to learn the need of your husband. If you know your husband is sick, why will you wait for him to come ask you all the time? Sometimes go for it. Hello, sister? Yes, does not make you less, trust me. At least once a week, approach your husband. And you don't know how much it means to him. It's not about the sex. It's the consideration you have for him. It's the nurturing part of it. It's what you think he means to you, like, I care for your needs. I guarantee you're going to see how that man is going to treat you. It's not about sex. It's about the consideration you have for him, the place he occupies in your heart and mind. You'll be surprised how much that man can play the role. You're going to become very considering. If you have a means, he's going to start giving you more gifts, stuff like that. It's not about the sex. It's the fact that he sees that you pay attention to his needs. He's going to pay attention to your needs for sure. Vice versa. So I don't believe that any sister is bad. I don't believe that any wife is bad, any husband is bad. I believe that we are ignorant and disobedient. and we can choose to learn and obey. So it's very important. The list of what men need is very long, as well as the list of women need. So your man, you need from your husband need from the wife a cooperation that we call humility. Humility, submission to the husband, it means cooperation. Does not mean you submit like to a boss. No. For the man, submission means cooperate. When a man comes to you with something, even if it doesn't make no sense, show a spirit of cooperation. Husband, I hear your thought. I think we have a lot of, germ in. But I also think this way. What do you think? Let's call it humility. Let's call it humbling yourself. When he said, really? That does not make any sense. He feels insulted. It does not work, especially in the presence of the children. No. Slowly, that man going to be making decisions, won't tell you anything. Why? Anytime he comes to you, he get disrespected, get insulted. So you're not doing it anymore. Hello? Little sister complaining, my husband doesn't talk. He talk. But the response, the treatment, whatever go with the talk doesn't work, so he zip it. And most of the men, it's hard to bring them back to normal. But thank God Christ can transform anything, even the stony heart. So I encourage all of us, everyone. We are not too old to learn. Even if you're 99-year-old, still learn. Amen. May we learn that we can really deal with marriage God way. That God purpose and vision for marriage is the marriage of the Lamb can come in. And slowly we are going to start healing emotionally, mentally, physically. So man need from the wife what? Submission. And submission here does not mean blind obedience. No, it means cooperation. Everybody hear me, woman? If you choose to be married, I'm sorry, you gotta submit to your husband. And submission does not mean blind, robotic obedience. No, it means cooperation. When your husband is doing something that's very wrong, you can correct him. You can rebuke him with respect. It's called submission. If your husband says something in the presence of the children, don't go against him. Later on, take him to the room, say, husband, this does not connect right. It's called submission. Everybody say it? So submission really means cooperation. And I guarantee you, your man will do anything for you when he feels that you listen to him, you submit to him, you respect his authority, his leadership. Doesn't mean you are blind, you cooperate, but you always realize that God placed that man to be the husband in that house. You respect, you walk with him. You do something or you rebuke him with respect. That's what submission really, really means. And I promise you, any normal man, you submit to him, he's going to become very humble as well. That is the power of it. It transforms very much. Protection. For the man to be able to protect you, you got to listen to him. If you have a bodyguard and a bodyguard says, look, I feel like we're in some danger. Let's leave this place right away. The only way that bodyguard can protect you is when you listen to him. Am I correct? Hello? Huh?
That's right.
Yeah. When a husband comes with a plan, husband, wife, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that in the next 5 years, 10 years, we're going to do things this way. No, it doesn't make any sense. The men want to protect you financially, protect the children financially. All he meant was what? Reaction. He won't tell you anything anymore. That's how a lot of men push away, a lot of wives sort of push away their husband. So God, people, we can learn. We can learn. There's so much to say, but we need to respect time. We're going to stop here. But again, hear the word. This is for both men and women. May we become a man according to God's heart, God version of husband, and a God version of wife. We are going to come, I think we're going to continue this thing next week on our needs. This is so much to talk about. How to care for your spouse. How to literally care. We must learn it. Husband, your wife needs care. Do it intentionally. Sometimes I'll say to my wife, look, I want to do a cleanse and detox for you, just like that. She's like, okay. I will make the teas and everything for straight 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And I say, I add a word to it. I want to make sure you are healthy, you are safe, you are protected, you are precious to me. Oh, brother, you do that? Oh, yeah? You have so much care, promise you. Sometimes she will get up very early to make a juice or something for me, green juice, whatever. And you don't need to ask. As long as you take care, you will be taken care of much more. We gotta learn to care. It's so important. Hello, man. Go and buy underwear for your wife. Now you're gonna think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Look at me. I'm not crazy. I'm good. I'm not like, yes. Sometimes I will go and just go buy a whole, like good quality, like a lot of good underwear. Yeah. It's not about buying stuff. It is thoughtful. Like, wow, my husband thinking about me. How you empower your wife to do so much, vice versa. Wife, care for your husband. I guarantee he will give your life for you and for the children. He will do it. And he feel cared for. I'll see you next week, okay? If there are any quick question, we can take it, other we're going to pray because time is too far. We're going to continue on the same topic. We're going to get to the level where we really get it right. Amen?
Oh, quick question. Since we're both learning, both the men and the women on here, any single men on here?
Okay. Everybody here? We have a lot of candidates. Sister Rhonda, maybe we might create some platform for people to know each other. Yeah, we can educate people, young or mature, divorced, and they learn God's way and they can reconnect. Nothing wrong with that. That's actually bold and very mature. I applaud you for that. Yeah. A lot of sisters looking for men, a lot of men looking for sisters, they can't find each other.
The Bible say, ask, brother.
You're a good sister. What's your name? What's the name of the sister?
Shauna.
Shauna. Okay. So any brother on the line?
Okay, guys, remember we're still on YouTube Live.
Exactly. So we
So
can
if
stop right there
you
for now.
wanna, yeah. All right.
So
If you're on YouTube, you wanna join us for Q&A, you're welcome. But